Right, we're going.
So, strangely enough, despite living on this continent and it being a pretty well-known tourist destination, Lucas knows nothing about Floroma Town, apparently. Other than the fact that there's lots of flowers and there's presumably aromas because of the name of the town. But Miles and Chance have both somehow heard of this, or they have done. In terms of, as far as Chance goes, I assume he's done some research, at least because he came to this region.
Yeah.
So he knows about Floroma and the fact that it's well known for its flower fields that are quite expansive, mostly to the north of the town, but they also, there's a bit of it to the south as well. And
like basically the equivalent of like the Dutch
tulip
flower
fields.
fields. Yeah, the tulip
right,
fields,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty well known. If you're not living under a rock, which apparently Lucas is. So.
This is where Grandpa got all of the birthday bouquets for Grandma from.
Oh my God, you're right. That's so romantic. All right, so I guess was your family well off? I think I'm starting to think that your family is very well off. Yeah, okay.
Exceptionally so. But yeah, okay. Lucas is 13. Not Lucas, sorry. Miles is 13, so he doesn't have any of that wealth.
Sounds good. And your grandparents don't love you, so you don't get an allowance. It's like, that's okay.
Well, that would rather defeat the point of the journey, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, probably. Let's see. So let me archive this little page first.
In the same way that Chance doesn't use any of his fabulous YouTube wealth.
And Lucas doesn't use any of his fabulous farm wealth.
Oh yeah, lots of that.
Well, hopefully you're not allergic, because with lots of flowers comes lots of pollen. And that's something that attracts the types of Pokemon that frequent this area, which are... let's see...
Oh god, this will not translate to those over the pond, but I imagine walking here is like walking past a lush.
Oh god, Tom.
What is a lush?
I hate that shop. It's a shop.
It's a cosmetics and like bath stuff shop, and they have loads of bath bombs and stuff. It's the whole thing. You walk past it and you sneeze. You choke and sneeze and die.
You just walk past and you're like,
it's so powerful.
It's so strong. I hate them.
I can imagine that. Let me roll Pokéed for Esme.
Huh?
Actually, is this even up to date? This seems low.
I think she's on, or they're on 4 or 5.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's 46. 5 would be a little bit early, but
yeah.
Is it? I have 5d6 and something.
Yeah, actually, so do I. We got it at 6.
Oh yeah, you are 6.
We are 7. We're 7, in fact.
That's true. It's been fast.
Well, you're in control of it. Don't sound so surprised.
I mean, it's slowed down now. Like
it hasn't come up yet.
It's been 3 or 4 sessions, I think. Now.
Yeah. The thing is, the 5d6s haven't come up yet, because I think the only time where
I've rolled survival for it.
I've done at least one occult ed for it as well.
Okay.
But
I was thinking of your...
hasn't been that important.
Yeah, I was thinking of your perception, but your unknown started with fucking 66.
66, in fact.
Yeah, his own seal.
Their eyes on a bit of rubber. What do you want? It's all they have.
Sure, of course, they're rubber now, are they?
So I'll roll 5d6, because I'm assuming they're gonna go for that.
I would
or at least it'd be close anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so Esme would know that based on the the large amount of flowers here, and also the okay. Sure, I think it comes part and parcel with this. So Esme would know that the area is frequented by many bug-type Pokemon because they're attracted to flowers, and that
we see birds that want to eat the bugs.
Surprisingly, not that many. Mostly because of the incumbent Combi population. They are.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's got to be Combi.
Yeah, they're quite. They're not exactly fierce, but they're very difficult to deal with if you're a bird when you're facing a literal wall of Combi. So yeah, they don't have many natural predators, at least not when they're grouped. So yeah, it's mostly bug types, and then there's some Pokemon that are very fond of flowers, of mostly of grass and fairy type persuasion, and that might be what you find as well.
Some stuff for chance, maybe, by the sounds of it.
With that in mind.
What is that picture of Combee?
That's literally showed up in the anime.
Yeah, it's a wall of Combee.
It's a combination, apparently.
Oh my god. That's the name of the episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, an angry combination is the
God.
name of the episode.
I like the idea that it's Combee and then like a space and then nation, as in it's a nation of Combee.
Yeah, there are many puns with that. All right, but after a while, you finally reach the town itself, and you see that you know, it's filled with flowers, as its namesake goes.
Ooh. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, we're down at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wow, this place is big.
You've forgotten a critical person.
Please. Persons.
They're a hive mind. They're one.
I see. Well, maybe you can have some interesting interactions between one hive mind and another.
Yeah.
Oh, are Combee hive-minded, or what?
They are strongly Pac-Mon.
Yes. I think they're not... Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by hive-mind in this one. But I think they're mostly controlled by pheromones. They're very submissive.
The three that are in the Combee are separate intelligences.
Mm-hmm.
So they are technically a hive mind kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Let's go wandering into town.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's see. So, it seems like a pretty quiet place in contrast to the last couple of cities you've been through. There's not a lot of people around, although you do see immediately in the garden of... or you could really say the entire town is a garden, but there is a lady tending to the flowers next to a house, presumably her own house. She's just standing by and watering it.
Floral communist utopia. Everyone takes care of everyone's gardens.
Yeah, exactly. She's humming a little to herself, and she doesn't notice you because she's facing more like northeast.
She's just grudging in the corner there.
Oh, she's taking care of these flowers.
Yeah. And they do look very well taken care of.
Okay. Oh, it's quite it's a bit of a sleepy place then. There's like a center and a mart and one shop.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. So things aren't really to scale in terms of Pokemon towns and cities, but this is much smaller than the two cities you've just been through. Or is it 3 at this point?
It's one of those places like in England where it gets called a town. It's actually the size of a village, and it's just called a town because we've called it that for hundreds of fucking years.
Yeah. So there's only like the houses are pretty far from each other. There's lots of free space, lots of flowers, and the paths are, as you can see, they're dirt paths. Nothing resembling a road here.
We saw Combee coming in, right?
Sure. You see that there are probably a couple, actually, just in town.
The unknown have decided to imitate Combee.
Going in
I assume we're not meant to walk over the flowers. Actually,
they've gone to rub on flowers.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna wander around to the center because that's kind of my first concern at this point.
Okay. When you pass, you actually pass by a small congregation of people in what seems to be kind of like a square. The square is not really a square, but there's a couple of younger folks with who are equipped with various tools that look like they're for bug catching, and as well as one slightly older, sweaty guy with a net.
Okay. Like Lucas will just sort of hurry, like note them, and then just hurry past. He's more concerned about healing up. Like, I will interact with that, but not right now.
Yep, that's fine. The ranger kind of gives you a glance as you walk by, and looks to be like he wants to stop you for a second, but he lets you go since he sees you're in a hurry. But he seems to be explaining something to the trio here. They're not paying a huge amount of attention for whatever reason. Potentially because they've heard it before. But anyway, do Miles and Chance pay any more attention when they're
Miles really needs to heal as well.
Okay.
Chance also really needs to heal, but he's not in any sort of massive rush. He'll actually just hang around as they speak.
Sure. So you see, as Lucas and Miles walk by, you see the ranger kind of like hold up a hand to them as if to stop them, and then they just keep rushing by, and he puts his hand down again. But when you finally stop by, he brightens up a little bit, and he says, "You're a new face in town. Are you here to hear about the bug catching contest?"
Sure. I'm not specifically, but I mean, since I'm here and you appear to be telling the others, so I might as well listen in.
And he looks at the others, and he smiles a little sheepishly and says, "They've heard it many times before. We have this every couple of days." And they're, these two, and he points at the kid and the bug maniac, I guess. These two, or this guy's who lives in the town. This guy's been around for a while. So I'm really just explaining to her and you now, I guess. So yeah, basically, maybe I should wait for your friends to come back. And he looks back at the Pokemon Center. They seem to be in a little bit of rush. I don't know if they'd be interested.
Oh yeah, we actually just came in from it's not Goldenrod. What's the name of it?
From Route 204 or whatever.
Yeah, but specifically the city.
Jubilife.
236.
Jubilife. Yeah, we just came in from Jubilife, and all of our Pokemon are pretty injured at the moment, so I imagine they just rushed to the center to take care of them.
Sure. He gives
actually,
a little.
I could probably do the same thing and then come back, and I'll have everybody come back.
He nods in understanding and says, "Don't let me keep you then. We're not in any hurry to start." And at that, the bug maniac kind of clicks his tongue, but he doesn't say anything because he does seem to be in a hurry to begin.
Chance will actually take off to the center then.
Sure.
For now, can I switch Javelin and Nebby on my active because we just hit a center?
Yep, you can do that.
I will likely later on switch Nebby and switch Morgana and Javelin back because Javelin evolves in a level.
Sure thing.
I know how we deal with Amber's absence. I don't think this was suggested. Esme has really bad hay fever.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we could do that.
Sure. So maybe okay. So Esme is non-stop sneezing and leaking fluids from her nose as she approaches the town. She hates her existence right now. When you go to the Pokemon Center, or rather, right after you go to the Pokemon Center, she's going to ask the nurse if there's any antihistamines or allergy meds available here. And the nurse kind of says, well, most people who live here don't actually have allergies because it would be a lot to deal with.
They die.
Yeah, they would die.
Natural selection takes them out.
She puts a finger to her chin and she says, but I think the Pokemart might have some. You might have to get them to look for it because I don't think it's not a frequent purchase here, but I'm sure they have some for travelers. And Esme is going to kind of stagger out after she gets her Pokemon healed up, and she's going to be preoccupied with the clerk in the Pokemart because they're going to be digging through boxes and boxes of stuff in a search for allergy meds. Alright, so that's how that happens. You can get your Pokemon healed up. Be full.
I do not understand. I just realized that all fairies, it's not like almost every single Pokemon I own has a resistance to bug because fairy resists bug. and I don't understand why.
You also have a flying fairy at the moment as well.
I do. I don't. Why do fairies resist bug? Does bug need to get shit on even more? Like what is the rationality there?
Yeah, I don't really know either.
They could have stood to make it so they were weak to bug, to like throw bug a bone or so.
Right? Like, I mean, I'm obviously in this particular case, I'm happy with it, but like, why?
It's the same reason why random, like, I don't understand really why fighting type is strong against bug either. But
have you ever tried to punch a cricket?
No. But has a cricket ever tried to punch you?
True.
Like fighting resists bug too.
I've got to admit, I as a human being, and given that fighting is like human beings off type, I haven't taken much damage from bugs over my life.
Yeah, but has any bug in your life been like fucking 3 feet tall?
I've taken significantly more damage from electricity.
I see.
Have you?
I've stood on an open plug socket once, and my entire leg went numb for about an hour. It was a bad time.
I mean, humans are also 70% water, so.
Yeah, we're basically water types.
We're normal water fighting.
Yeah. We have our uvula is like a button for water gun.
That is not something I had considered.
Yeah.
Part of my
use golden
repertoire.
water gun.
Yeah, I didn't really consider that part of my repertoire as a human being.
Yeah.
You know, my self-defense mechanisms. Anyway, you are all healed, and you can come out of the Pokemon anytime now.
Yeah.
And the ranger is waiting patiently for you.
These guys all have nets, right?
2 of them have nets. The boy has a net. The Bugmaniac has a net. This girl doesn't have anything right now.
The unknown fill the nets.
The boy seems a little bit amused. He kind of swings it around with the unknown in it, while the sweaty bug maniac just kind of clicks his tongue again and puts his hand through the net so that it pushes all the unknown out, and then he kind of just holds onto the net part so that they can't get back in.
Aww. One of them that isn't one of the ones that is mine, but is just one of the transient ones passing through space-time at this point, flips his hat off his head. And then disappears into the ether.
Let me so, based on a lifetime of catching bugs, he has pretty good reflexes actually. So he like catches it as the hat gets flipped off, and he actually like almost growls at the unknown. Clearly he is not amused, and he is very high-strung for whatever reason.
The amazing thing about being trans-dimensional is that the unknown just fucking vanishes.
Yeah, well, he's not picky about who he directs his hatred at. But with that, the ranger kind of clears his throat and asks the 3 of you, can I do my explanation?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
All right. He starts on a spiel. It seems fairly well practiced. So, as part of the tourism initiative here in Floral Town, we've kind of recently started up a bug catching competition. The idea was shared with us by some of our Johto visitors, and we thought that Floroma is uniquely positioned to take advantage of something like that. Especially since, and he holds up a jar, he pulls out of his backpack a jar of some what looks like viscous golden liquid. Especially since we at Floroma have long been producers of honey. Or rather, the Combi are, and the other bug-type Pokemon, but we have, been in a kind of partnership with them for generations, and we are actually the region supplier of honey, which leads us to bug catch competition, because one of the tools you may choose for the bug catching competition is this, and he holds up the jar again. So basically, whenever you enter the bug catching competition, the rules are simple. You just have to catch the most impressive bug type. You're only allowed to present to us one Pokemon, but we'll provide some sport balls. And he holds up a bunch. He pulls out a greenish-looking Pokeball. So these are the same kind of things you would find at a Safari Zone, and they're not meant for permanent capture, but they're enough for the purposes of this contest. So we'll provide these to you free of charge, and you can select one extra tool to take along with you when you're trying to catch them. And he holds up, he rummages around a little bit more. He places the jar of honey on the ground in front of him. He pulls out what looks like a hand net, similar to what the two bug catchers have. And then he pulls out another larger throwing net, which you might have seen fishermen use, but they're also apparently usable for bugs. So if you enter in the bug catching contest, you get to choose. Oh, actually, he also pulls out some normal-looking bait. If you enter the bug catching competition, you get to take your pick of one of these 4 types of tools. They each have their pros and cons, and you may choose to work together if you have just so you can have a different selection of tools working in tandem. But that selection is something you would have to make now. To enter the bug catching competition is 100 Pokeyen. It helps support the not-for-profit botanical gardens to the north, and which you may visit after this if you're so interested. And yeah, he pulls out a clipboard. Can I interest the 3 of you in an entry?
Yeah, I think so.
So
why not?
We have to bring back a bug type.
That's correct. And whichever one you bring back, you may keep. Although you'll have to use your own Pokeball to recapture it after, because as I said, these sport balls aren't meant for long-term capture. And if you do have there are prizes for the most impressive catch.
Sure.
All right.
Can I ask what's first place?
So he picks up another bag where he has a bunch of them apparently. First place is he rustles the bag. You hear some things clanking against each other. 2 evolutionary stones at random, and berries.
Sorry, was that your mic cut out? Was that 2 berries?
No, 2 evolutionary stones and 4 berries.
And 4 berries. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Second place gets 6 berries and 3 of our region-made honey, and anything after that just gets some honey, and you can use that to practice if you want to enter in a future competition.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
It's a steal, really.
Seems pretty good to me. Sure. Did you say it was 100 Pokeyen?
100. They can offer these prices because they provide most of these things themselves. The stones are the only thing that really cost anything, and apparently they have a partnership with
subsidized in the same way that I expect the Pokeballs are subsidized like the sport balls.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way of the company giving something to the gardens without giving any money.
Yeah, so they're basically it attracts people here. Their advertising isn't that good yet because I didn't think of this before the session. But basically this is a tourism initiative. They're trying to attract people to Floroma and potentially, get things moving.
I can imagine there's also some signs up sponsored by Silphco or whatever the hell.
Sure, yeah.
Chance. Mag?
Chance?
Mag?
Yeah, I said yes.
Oh, you
What's up?
You didn't. Can I borrow 100 Pokedollars?
Do neither of you have 100 Pokeyen?
Actually, I just.
You both? Yeah, I saw.
You had to borrow off of me, right, Chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I can sub you both. It's
Thank
fine.
you.
I was gonna say, I got plenty of money, and then I looked at my sheet. And I was like, oh yeah, I bought a magic carpet. But to be fair, I gave them away, so it's not like
That's true. That's true.
I got to keep the product.
I did pay for half of the Pokeball that had the Magikarp in it, so.
Yeah.
So,
but Esme got my full bit of cash there.
Yeah. So, as he said, there are 4 options for what you can take along with you. And the actual usage of these will be explained when you get there, but you have to pick now.
I was gonna say, what do they actually do? But we don't know until we.
So honey and normal bait are both bait. They might attract different kinds of Pokemon.
I'm gonna choose the weighted net.
Okay.
I think we want one of the weighted nets, one of that, because we can work as a team, right? So we want one of the weighted nets, one of the hand nets, and then either honey or bait. Or we take one of the 2 nets, and then honey and bait, because we want to get as many different things as we can.
That's what I was gonna suggest.
So you think one of the nets and then both of the bait?
Correct.
Yeah, all right. I'll take honey then.
I mean, honestly, I'm interested in the bug catching for the sport of it, but I don't actually want any bugs. Like, there's not a single bug that I think I want.
Yeah, but bait can attract like the fairy types that are hanging about.
Exactly, that's what I was kind of hoping for.
If you ask about that, the ranger will explain that only bugs are eligible for the prizes. However, if you catch something else with a sport ball here, you're free to keep it as well anyway after the silver. Basically, like you can't win with a non-bug. You can still get the 3 honey what's the word?
Yeah,
the usage out of it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okie dokie. So we've got 1 weighted net and then 3 honey and 2 bait.
Sure. Okay. Then he hands the and the girl also makes a selection. She's going to, let's see, what would she pick? I guess she's also going to go for a weighted net. Actually, that's probably too big. But she'll go with a hand net as well. So I guess all 3 of these people are going for hand nets. Keep things simple. Now, let's...
Good luck with him trying to get like a scyther or something like that in the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, the other reason why I wanted bait as well as honey is I can believe that some of the more like mammal-esque, kind of more impressive bugs want bait rather than honey. Like pincers and scythers and all that stuff.
Trying to picture them as mammal-esque.
You know what I mean? They don't look like your regular bug.
Why is it a podcast? Fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the music changed?
Like if if Scyther was a different color and its hand bits were bone, then it would just look like a mammal.
Let's go with that instead.
Wow, those sandwiches.
So the ranger now leads you towards the northwest of town, and apparently that leads to the Floral Meadows. I will swap you over there. And
it reminds me of For Fuck's Sake.
So there is basically a narrow passage of trees, which opens up into a vast field of many different kinds of flowers. So there's a splash art that you can see. And it's very beautiful here. And it smells pretty strongly here, much stronger than before, because now you're actually in the flower fields. But
oh wow.
Ah.
It's aggressive.
Flowers.
Yes. in
For some reason, the right hand side of it disappears if I scroll too far.
Yeah, it does
weird.
that. That's a known issue with Roll20.
Okay. So is this like a Safari Zone in that we don't fight the Pokemon? We have to use our tools.
Oh, that's a rule I forgot to mention. So you are allowed to use one Pokemon. You don't have to fight them. This is more like a Safari Zone. But if any of them get aggressive with you, you can fight them. But it is using simplified rules.
That's fine. I guess I'll use Morgana here.
I was gonna say I'm gonna use Sortudo.
Owain, I think. Ah, no, OG Mordred. Let's go.
Oh, we're in the bottom left. That's what.
You'll probably use Unknown, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick an unknown, obviously.
Morgana's doing her old trick of sitting right at the top of a tree.
Okay.
Surveying the area.
Mordred is sitting right on top of Morgana.
I'm curious to go over towards the hut first.
Okay.
That's where Spider's Georg lives.
As he sees you make your way over, the ranger will not stop you, but he'll kind of walk beside you, and he'll explain. So that's actually our resident beekeeper. He doesn't actually keep any comb bee here, but he works with them, and he's actually one of our largest suppliers of honey. He says, I think he's actually out right now. Suspect. I'm not sure what the problem is, but there's been a bunch of I guess the Combi have been more active recently, and I think he went to go check out the reason for that. Okay, when it looks like you're all in the fields proper, he'll say, all right, so I'll give you 10 minutes to go set up wherever you want, and then you can I will start the timer then.
Oh, how long do we have?
You will have, let's say 45 minutes.
Sure.
Does it appear that there are Pokemon just out and about naturally, or seems like something that we need to
No, so there are. The flower fields are very large, so they kind of blend in, especially with the type of Pokemon that you might see here. Make me a perception check.
Cool.
Rip.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that there's a camouflage bonus because the Pokemon here that are not bugs and that are just here are flowers, so they look like everything else that's around here.
That makes sense.
But Lucas does see some things that are moving. Let's just say you see some that are close to you.
This is just a Buzzwole just flipping around.
Yeah, Floettes and Flabébés and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. There are more, but those are the ones you can see right now. Just kind of
sure.
around. The bug catcher here is going to... Alright, he's actually gonna follow you guys from a distance and set up near you.
Lucas will briefly ask the ranger, so you said the most impressive bug wins, right? But does that mean the rarest species or what?
It's a good question. So rarity definitely plays a part, but also if they are larger, that gives bonus points, and if you catch them healthy, then that's also a boon. You're allowed to battle them if you wish, but note that will affect your score.
Right. All right. Thanks. He looks at the other two. Any ideas? I know nothing about bugs.
I think the guy with the hat knows what's up, so we should set up camp near him.
Lucas turns and looks at the guy with the hat, turns back to him and goes, "Mate, I know what stalking looks like. I did it for 10 years. He's following us."
Well, all the more reason to follow him then.
No, we'll go nowhere. We'll walk in a circle.
Yeah, but at least whatever we catch will only be as good as whatever he can catch.
Chance has not been made aware of the Floette because that's like the #1 reason that he would want to even come over here. And so after he passes by the hut and realizes there's not much going on with, actually he is looking at the hut itself to see if there's like any unique bugs that are like habitating among the actual building, like on the rooftop. If it's like, is it thatch?
Yes. This one looks a little bit different from the ones in the town. Let's see, what would be on here?
Lucas sort of racks his brains for a minute and it's like...
Sure. Also, there could be a Ledian kind of just sitting on the
yeah,
eaves.
Ledian. But wait a second. Isn't one of the more impressive bug things, doesn't it live in trees? It's got like a big horn. It's a beetle.
Beetleborg.
And he waves to Ledian. But
It
he
kind
doesn't
of...
actually stop.
Sure. It kind of looks down at you and waves back a little bit. I mean, it seems like it knows what you're doing, but it doesn't. It looks a little confused as to why you're waving at it, but it seems friendly enough.
No, it's
Instead, but it is kind of eyeing the group and the honey tree nearby.
Yeah, it's like it knows where
it's camping out.
Potential meal's gonna be. It's just keeping an eye on this tree. But yeah, no, Chance will go over here. And I was kind of hoping the rest of the group would kind of come along with me.
Oh, Chance.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I intend to like wander up and follow. Essentially, as far as I can, one of the best Pokemon I can think of. Like, I don't think we like if there was a Scyther in this field, we'd just see the fucking Scyther. It's big. So like, my best guess is like if we smash some trees, we might get a Heracross that falls out.
Smash some trees.
Smash
it does.
trees.
If we had like something new headbutt, that would work.
Well, see, now what I'm thinking is that if we like spread honey on the tree or something like that, we could very well get things that are larger that are coming in from the forest line that we couldn't see on the field itself. You know, like your Heracrosses and Scythers and stuff like that. And I just can't wait for this punk ass stalker to try to catch a Scyther in his net. He's gonna get bitch slapped.
I am right in thinking that Scyther is like person-sized, right?
I believe so. Yes. Is it a bit smaller?
I thought it was like 3 foot. Oh no, 1.5 meters, 4 foot. It's a short person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based like what I'm trying to say is you'd see it in the damn field.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
picturing these flowers to be like 6 inches tall. So like.
Let's see. No, I would say that. So this is like it's not just flowers. It's kind of like. Well, no, it's mostly flowers and grass. I would say that these flowers have actually grown to be quite large. They're maybe like knee height, so they're the equivalent of like tall grass, but flowers. So something that's smaller could feasibly hide in it.
So what I'm probably going to do is like go all the way up into this like secluded bit where no one's in it.
Okay.
And like put some honey on one of the trees. And then fuck off again and wait for something to turn up. And be as stealthy as I can while like watching. If we're doing like a stalking roll for like stealth or survival, I can do that. Like.
All right, so make me a.
Or actually, if survival is relevant, then can I get some idea of what I should be doing? To try and find something?
I was gonna say that. Make me a survival roll for the for that. Okay, so you recognize, even though you don't know about Floroma somehow, you know about honey trees somehow. So these are kind of adapted to the kind of special environment here with combi and other insects. They have kind of a synergistic constitution with sweet-smelling things. If you slather anything on them, the tree itself will also release its own scent. Whereas the ones to the sides are just like normal trees. If you put anything on them, they would just be just putting on honey there. It wouldn't be much different from just leaving the jar out.
Sure. Okay, so we're better off using a tree then.
You're better off using these specific trees.
That's correct.
So yeah, with you taking the honey, I'm gonna go ahead and take the bait, and I'm gonna go off by myself actually, and I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah, so that area makes more sense for bait, right? Because it's secluded. Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. You guys really like the corner.
Well, that's because there's no one else in it.
Yeah, I don't want to get tripped over by other people. But yeah,
Okay,
no,
fair enough.
Chance is just like throwing some bait out, and he's gonna throw it out like maybe, like, say here, actually, just like 2 meters away. And
Okay.
he's just gonna sit down and right next to the bait and just see what comes out.
Okay.
I mean, I will put some honey on the tree, I guess.
Okay.
And then I will go and like hide in the shade of the bigger trees.
Okay.
Miles is going to give the net to Lucas.
Yeah.
And then stand right next to Hat Guy.
He's going to click his tongue and try to get past. Just like step to the side.
Nope.
Just have all the unknowns surround him and look at him.
Wait, no, I'm only allowed to... Oh, God, I'm only allowed to have one Pokemon. That's not fair. Mordred is also helping.
I'm picturing, like, you releasing your unknowns like a spirit bomb.
Everyone, give me your energy!
Oh my god. Roll me intimidation with a... Maybe intimidate. Make me some type of roll that you think would be appropriate for getting this guy to fuck off.
I'm not trying to get him to fuck off.
Okay.
I'm just being in his way. I'm just being in his way.
Okay.
Just making it obvious that we know he's there.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to click his tongue again. We've heard it a couple times now. He's going to take a couple steps back and kind of look the other way nonchalantly, but you can tell he's still like looking back at the honey tree Lucas just slathered honey onto. He's just waiting for his chance.
So Miles doesn't have the creepy face Miles has on his picture often.
Okay.
But in this case, he is just looking at this guy.
He's going to take another step this way and try to like put Miles out of his field of view. He's like looking in this direction, right? Kind of nonchalantly trying to step around.
Okay.
Anyway, so is this how you guys are set up?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Let me see something.
I guess I'll make it so I have better line of sight of like this side of the tree. So I'm just kind of sat in the tree line somewhere.
Sure. 1 second. Okay. Chance and Lucas, roll me a d20.
Sure. Not bad.
Okay. So a couple minutes pass. Chance doesn't see anything immediately gravitate toward the bait. However, Lucas, you see that some of the many combi in the area have taken notice, and they're kind of just starting to hover closer to the tree. And this is where I do this.
The honey tree attracting the combi may just filter off the combi from other targets, which might still be beneficial.
Overlay?
Yeah, that's just, let's see. I'm just doing this so I can put like a health bar type thing here. So how much honey did you put on the tree?
Well, I've got 3 lots of it, right?
Right.
Well, I probably only have used the one, so...
Okay.
So like one portion.
So this is like a tower defense because they're all going for it now. Right now it's just Combi, but if they reach it and they're allowed to stay near it for a turn, then they're going to eat it and it's going to be gone, or at least collect it.
Oh.
So let's put you on the initiative, even though this isn't really an initiative. I got negative initiative.
Nice.
Will help participate in the tower defense portion. Chance is off by himself, but Sortudo's gonna help.
Sure.
Tortudo's probably got more than 5 HP right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. It doesn't need a resort, but that's fine.
Yeah, so Combi aren't very aggressive. You're just trying to ward them off at the moment. They're not likely to attack you back.
Sure. I mean, just sort of. Well, we've got. Can Sortudo reach this one, as it were? And then Mordred goes to this one, and Morgana goes to this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, should
So
do.
I guess Morgana will just sort of flap over and sort of. I'd imagine that bees aren't particularly fond of being near, like, relatively large, angry-looking birds, so...
Yep, that's
just
correct.
try and ward them off.
Okay. Yeah, so we are going to use attack rolls for this, just to keep things nice and simple. But they're all minions, basically.
Oh, right, so we need to damage them, effectively?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. I mean... literally anything I can't miss, so
yep.
Peck. Go Gadget Peck. But not in a way to actually kill the thing.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Tell it to go away.
It's kind of gonna buzz angrily at you for a second, but it's going to
oh
fly
Jesus.
Go Gadget, remove one of the 3 bits of the entity.
Okay. And Mordred is up.
Hidden Power Ice, ranged 1.
Okay.
It hits. I'm not going to roll the damage because it will be worrying.
Yep. Be worrying. So this one kind of drops in altitude and just kind of lands to rest in the flowers because it can't fly very far with the ice kind of coating it. And now it's Tortudo's turn.
Tortudo just moves up and screams at it really loud. I'll use disarming voice, and it can't miss, and does more than 1 point of damage.
And it goes fleeing in the other direction. Alright, so that was that round. Make me another set of d20 rolls.
Do I, based on the same survival roll earlier, for the sake of rolling more dice, do I think that more honey will attract better Pokemon, quote unquote, or?
You think that it might attract larger Pokemon who might find it more worth their while.
That's kind of what we're looking for, actually. Even if it's like a big bug, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I just sort of, I mean, if we get like the world's largest Caterpie, that's fine. So I guess I'll walk up and put another layer of honey on it.
Okay.
And then wander off again. So it's got 2, I guess, on. And then I need to roll the thing.
If this will let me edit it.
12, lol.
Okay. So you're being patient and waiting. Not much has appeared except more Combi for now. But this time, because there's more honey on it, possibly, or just because it's been longer, you see more of them. So there's 5 this time.
Oh my god.
I've got 2.
Well, Mordred can, like, burst these, right? So... I don't know what their sky speed is.
Not that fast, I think.
Because, like, I'm not sure if this one can even reach it this turn.
Yeah, they have Sky 4, and they're pretty slow.
Right, that one would be the one to leave then.
So we do this one,
and I'll
these two.
rock blast those ones, yeah, or rock burst them.
Oh, just like flail at it.
Okay.
Oh wait, can disarming voice? No, it's burst 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also doesn't miss though, so you can skip the attack rolls and just put yourselves beside.
Yeah, I mean I can't miss either, so I guess
Yeah.
I'll just walk up and slap this one.
Okay. It retreats a little bit of a distance, and it goes off to find some easier things to get nectar or pollen from.
Moving on the diagonals for the sake of good hygiene.
Hygiene.
Yeah, combat hygiene.
Yeah, of course.
Oh god. Well, it says he 2, so I'm hopeful.
Yeah, no, that still hits.
Cool. Burst 1.
Yep.
Rock. Lol.
So you've fended them off for now.
Tudo's directive was to keep all enemies away from the project.
Are you going to hit this guy? Oh my god. He is going to give the Swablu a very dirty look and take a step back before
That's
to
fine.
save
I don't mind. I don't
his
have
ears.
to not hit him. I just have to.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I assume the combi just like nopes
Yeah.
out. Yep. And then there's just this one.
Yeah, this one's kind of just like sneaking around.
Just like go around to here.
Yep.
Viciously peck it because like
Yep.
go away.
Yeah, so things are going not so well in the finding lots of things department right now, but you seem to be fending them off relatively well. On the other side of the field, it's a bit far, so you can't see the specifics, but you can see that the kid already has something in his net. And it's kind of wriggling, and he's holding it up triumphantly. Before there's a he doesn't catch it right away, but he's like kind of holding it in his net. You can't see far enough to see what the girl is doing.
Okay.
Make me another d20 roll.
What do we reckon, guys? Do we go all in on this fucking tree?
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll put the rest of the honey on the tree, and then we'll
Okay.
fuck off and roll the d20.
Well,
So roll 2 d20s then.
Miles is still
Okay.
screening this guy.
Ooh. Oh, lol. I mean, if we're adding them together, it's a reasonable result.
Okay. So Chance sees something kind of, let's see. So like I said, the flowers are pretty tall. And he sees something peeking out of the flowers in front of him.
Hey there, buddy. Oh.
Oh.
So these floet are all around, and they're kind of just weaving their way through the flowers, staying close. And it kind of peeks its head out from underneath the flower it's holding, and looks a little bit shy and curious. It's not so much. It was attracted here by the smell of the bait. It's not so much actually hungry though. It's kind of just curious as to why it's here.
I'll wave it over and see if it wants to come over and join me. I'm actually waiting here for something for the contest, but if you want to come keep me company in the meantime, you're more than welcome.
Okay. Make me a charm check. While I wait for that, I'm going to say that you are attracting a lot of combi now.
Every goddamn bee in the area.
Yeah, actually, because the others didn't use any honey. They're just using nets, so they're just like coming in a swarm now. You can see what the ranger was saying about the combi being. Well, you don't really have a point of comparison, but you can kind of tell that they're being, as far as you can see, they're quite active here.
Being.
Yeah, and on the side, the Ledian makes its move.
Oh, the Ledian.
Yeah, so it's finally, as far as it's concerned. There is a critical mass of combi right now that you have to deal with, so it's sneaking around.
Okay.
And you don't see anything, but you also hear a loud droning in the distance.
Okay, right.
Beedra.
Well, I can deal with these 3 because I can use my thing to hit 3 things at once. Sortudo can hit 2, right, with disarming voice, and Mordred can hit 2. But that needs the Ledian.
Yeah,
I'm wondering whether we'd rather Mordred deals with the Ledian.
So here's the thing:
the 3 right here, down here, are not going to get to it in a single round.
Exactly.
If I deal with this one, you deal with these 3, and Miles deals with the Ledian, I think that's the best choice.
These 3, Mordred can probably deal with them, at least 2 of them, with a cone or a burst next turn as they get closer and have to converge on the point.
That's fair. So I guess Morgana will go here, and I will just use Peck as like a 3-target thing. Although I don't really want this one to go towards the tree, is the problem.
Well, I think they're effectively fainted. I think he was fluffing it, but he said they were minions, so they're basically getting fainted.
Yeah, I'm hoping it gets the idea that this fucking bird doesn't want to near the tree.
You peck the outer 2 and then grab the inner one with your beak and just kind of yeet it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I'll do that. Can't do that again this scene, but sure. And then I guess Sortudo deals with Mordred and then Sortudo, right?
Mordred
goes and tries to deal with the Ledian.
Move to here, and I think it's ice this time.
Okay.
Do you want damage for the Ledian?
I do, actually.
That's fine. We can do that.
It's a pretty decent chunk of damage, especially with ice type on it, right?
It's 49 ice special.
That's a yikes.
Okay.
And Ledian's not fighting, right?
It's not, no.
It's bug flying, so that's
it's bug flying, so it's getting comprehensively wrecked.
Let's see. I need to actually give it some move.
Although no, is bug actually weak to ice?
No.
No, it's just flying is, right?
I think I made the argument that bugs should be weak to poison yesterday, but then also bugs should be weak to ice, because bugs are notoriously fucked over by cold conditions.
Yeah. So let me see how much HP it actually has. Wow, based on my formula, it actually has a lot of special defense.
Really?
Yeah, it has base 11, by the way.
Oof.
Yeah,
it's pretty hefty.
Ledians are pretty, especially tanky.
Okay.
It's still taking a good chunk of damage, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's still taking a good chunk of damage, and it is below half, but it's still up, and it looks a little bit. Well, it expected some resistance, but it also, because it expected some resistance, it's also ready to give some resistance in return.
Yep.
So.
Oh, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Embodiment of power.
Okay.
What's that do?
Transmit ice type.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
It makes me ice type.
Yeah, turn them into ice type.
Oh, interesting.
I'm psychic ice now, lol.
Sure.
Probably won't help, but it seems fun.
Yeah, so it was about to kind of beat its wings at you, but seeing the unknown take on, I'm gonna say it's somewhat visible.
Yeah, definitely. I'm banking on that, in fact.
Yeah, seeing that the unknown takes on kind of an icy sheen, it instead flaps back a little bit, and then rushes in with its fists instead.
Sure.
Which is, let's see.
It becomes psychic ice or just ice?
Psychic ice.
Oh, is it add?
Yes,
or is it change?
It adds.
Okay, sure. In that case, it still should be. This,
unless that's like AC 7, that'll hit.
Yep. Let's.
Rolling an 11 on an AC2 move can't miss, right?
Pretty. Yeah.
Accuracy modifiers.
Without some significant environmental issues, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it can miss, but it's very, very hard to make it miss.
They need to have max evasion, and you have to have negative accuracy, right?
Yeah.
That's fighting.
30 fighting damage. Yeah.
Physical, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So it takes normal damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a ghost.
That
Yeah.
was Mach Punch.
Cool.
Let's see. So Sortudo is up,
Here and blah blah.
and I guess it's gonna like disengage one up.
Sure. So we deal with those two combi.
Okay, right.
Oh, Murkrow is actually pretty speedy. It's got Sky 6. That's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. End of the round. Make me another 2d20 for the tree, and then 1d20 for the bait, because the float actually hasn't eaten the bait.
I got an 18 on one of them. Hurrah!
Okay.
Oh, wait, to keep me company.
It seems to be staying at that distance. I still have. Oh yeah, you actually did roll it. It's gonna scoot a little bit closer. It's not going to like be in contact range, but it's like it's curious enough, and it's not sensing any danger, so it's gonna come a little closer.
Lucas's one concern is he hears that droning, and he's like, "Is that the queen? So is that the queen bee?"
Let's see.
Honestly, my first thought was Yamnega.
Mine was
That'd be
Beedrill.
scary.
I was thinking Vespiquen.
Vespiquen's probably more likely, but my first thought was Beedrill.
Yeah, it's because all the combi are here,
Okay.
so I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, Beedrill. I didn't even think about Beedrill. But like, I was like, thinking like the droning of wings, and that the first thing that came to mind was the dragonfly.
So you beat away some of the combi, but there's more coming back.
oh Jesus.
There you can see now, like it's not like the skies are darkening with combi, but there are a lot of them around. And this flower field is pretty large, so they're let's organize it this way instead. So they're homing in on this now.
Yeah.
That droning sound from earlier gets louder, and it's gonna act at the top of an initiative. But before it does that, this Ledian is gonna do a 1-2 punch, so another Mach Punch.
Oh sure. Does Mordred stay ice type for this whole fight?
Until the end of the scene, or until I change it again. Yeah, that'll hit.
Sure. So
Still up, bitches.
not a lot left.
It's going to disengage one up, and that droning sound from earlier gets louder very quickly, as if it was approaching at high speed. And let's see, it moves fast enough that you have trouble seeing what it is. It's not very large, but it basically let's see, what is its speed?
In before it's 3.
It has 12 sky speed.
Oh crap! That is a speedy boy.
So it's gonna go here, and it's instead of staying still, it's kind of like zooming around the tree. So you can't really get a good grasp of what it is unless you make a perception check.
But I mean, I'll try because I have been watching the tree the whole time.
Yeah.
So. Kind of meh.
Yeah, let me see what it's. Okay. So you can't. Your eyes can't track it fast enough to see what it is.
Do I have some idea of how big it is?
It's not that big. It is. Let's see. Well,
is it like as big as Morgana?
This is Pokemon size, so I'm going to just change it to what it seems reasonable. It's about the size of it's a little bit smaller than a soccer ball. And it's roughly it's roughly round, it's not like super long or anything. Like it's more of like it's compact in its own space.
What the heck is that?
But it's just flying around. You can see that it's like zooming into the tree every once in a while, as if to take a taste of the honey. It hasn't had enough time to settle down and eat any yet, though, but it's there.
Get it.
Okay.
It's a golden snitch.
I have
Basically,
some.
it's actually not far from the truth.
I have some ideas, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna voice them.
Yeah. So Morgana is up.
Well, I think we need to deal with this. Right?
I think that's probably going to be dealt with on Mordra's turn. I think we need to.
So do I just go here and try and see what it is?
Well,
I can only deal with one combi.
You with Lucas or with Morgana?
Well, Lucas can wander up to the tree, right? But what do we do with
Wakakombi?
Which one?
The closest one, so that one.
My plan was to move back with Sortudo on Sortudo's turn and use Sing on the blind creature.
Sure, so I'll walk up and slap this.
If we put it to sleep, it not only stops so we can look at it, but it also stops so that we can catch it. And it doesn't get hurt in the process.
So I will say, out of character, it's going to have quite a bit of speed evasion.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Can I
roll well?
Can I like stealthily walk up and see if I can like get some idea of what it looks like?
Sure. Make me another perception check. I'll add a +4 bonus because you're like right beside it now. Okay. You can see it.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Internally called it.
It has a sky speed of 12?
It has a sky speed of 8. One of its abilities gives it +2, and I just said, fuck it, I'll give it +1 more, because speed boost probably has worked until now, and every 2 stages gives it another...
Oh, it sprinted, right?
Oh, yeah, you could say that, in which case it fucking came, like, from across the map.
Yeah.
Because then it would have, like, fucking, like, 18 sky speed.
That is redonkulous. Sure.
Yeah, and it probably has something like, like 30 plus speed at this point.
Yikes.
I'm not gonna put
it's unlikely to work, but it might. And if it does work, it's going to be great.
Yeah. So, Morgana punted one, so it's
and you
Mordra's
moved
turn.
into position that I can flank it.
Mordred will Hidden Power Rocket.
Okay.
The Ledian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, what is its...
AC 2.
No, it still hits. It still hits. Yeah, so the Ledian kind of drops onto the ground, and it's like inches away from the tree, but you see that it's no longer capable of flying up to it.
Bitch. Stay away from my honey. You too, weird, sweaty man.
And he freezes in his tracks because he's been inching again.
Yeah.
Inchworm. Inching right over there.
Called it a golden snitch, and that's like...
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's what I was saying. Okay, and Sortudo is last on the turn order before combis.
Alright. I will move over to here, and I will attempt to sing.
Okay.
But you need to roll like a 20.
I need
No,
to roll...
he rolls like a set. Do you have any accuracy bonuses?
I'm gonna give myself an AP. So that's like...
Okay, so you need to roll, I think, a 15? I
Oh,
think
is it
is what it
15?
is.
Okay.
Well, it depends. Do you have a focus trainer or something like that? Like anything else?
I have...
Because it's
fire training.
okay. So it's AC 10. It has 6 speed of 8. And then you give it +1 from AP.
Okay.
No.
So it was unlikely to work, but if
It
it,
was-
had worked, it would have been fantastic.
Yes.
Sortudo tries to sing over the droning, but it's so loud at this point that it kind of that she kind of is a little bit disheartened, potentially. Or
Gets
the
drowned
ninjas,
out.
or the ninjas just can't hear it because it's too loud.
It does have a minor benefit though, because it does until the end of my next turn. It has a -2 penalty to its evasion, and it's slowed.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
I think okay, yep.
Sing has a consolation effect, basically.
Right. Okay. And roll me 2d20 and then 1d20 for the bait.
Oh god, this is still going.
Yeah, this is still going until something eats it.
A 14 and a 2.
Imagine if we just like perpetually kept everything away, and then it just kept drawing more and more and more and more and more until the point it was unbearable.
Yeah. Okay. So let me move the remaining combi before I add more, because I need to keep track.
Oh, sweet Jesus! There are more coming. This is where we need Swift.
I would say this combi provokes an attack of opportunity.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, I mean, I can't miss it.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Alright, so...
Man, that's really helpful right now.
Let's add 6 more.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Not the bees!
He has chosen the bees!
I'm officially watching my kiddo solo at the moment right away, so if I have to disappear all of a sudden, that's the reason why.
Sure. Okay, well on the bright side, once they get closer to the tree, they also get closer together to each other. So that's something.
That'd be good if I had an AoE.
Yeah, so, top of the turn order. Let's see. What else gets attracted? Anything? Hold us. Okay. Let's see, where is it? This time, instead of popping up through the flowers, something starts floating over. Good chance. And Funky seems a little bit more like nonchalant about things. It's used to just floating around, doing its own business, and it's very friendly. The Floette notices it and seems, even though it feels okay with Chance, it still feels safer around the its more typical neighbors. So it's going to kind of like scooch back toward the Comfy, and they'll just like basically chill there for a second.
Is like he's recording everything, and he's recording all these Pokemon like circling around him, and he waves to the Comfy as it approaches.
Sure, and the Comfy seems very very friendly. It's going to come straight to Chance and lay itself on his head like a flower wreath.
Nice.
And you can see it peeking over the top of your hair, and it's kind of waving to you with its tiny little arms. All right, top of the turn order, Morgana.
This one needs seeing too.
So does this one, right?
Oh, actually, top of the turn order, since Ninjask gets its other turn. Let me do this. Fuck. It's being slow. It has settled down to start eating some of the honey.
So, can Morgana attack and I try and catch this thing with the net at the same time?
Yeah. So this is essentially a trainer combat. Encounter. You can try to catch her with Lucas.
So Morgana will go here, I guess, and like deal with this.
Yeah, the top one can't reach it in time. These three are going to get dealt with by Mordred. So that is the only one that can still reach it this turn.
So we slap this and it buggers off.
Yep.
And then so I have the net.
Yep.
So you say it's AC 8. Yeah, this is where I needed the hand net instead, right?
AC 8 ranged, yeah.
Yeah. It does have a 2 penalty, so it has a speed evade of 4 right now.
Go gadget!
Hey!
Yeah. All right,
rolled well.
You fucking net it, and it immediately drops out of the air and lands on the ground, kind of struggling.
But can I just ball it at that point?
If you want to ball it, yeah. So you've been giving like I would say like 3 sport balls each, so you can ball it. You don't have. This doesn't have to be the one you submit.
Yeah, but it's the best thing we've had so far, and we may not be able to keep all.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So you can ball it, and it's.
So I will ball the Ninjask.
Yep. So you have this. I'm just gonna put it aside.
And it also means I've now got the net again.
That's true.
So yeah, he'll catch it, he'll throw the net, and then ball it, and then just pick the net back up and be like, all right, you fucks.
All right, Morgana did his thing, or her thing. Mordred's turn.
Oh god, I'm on the
You go here.
Go there. Do the thing.
Yep. And they won't AO, like they said, they're not aggressive.
Yeah, hits all of them. They all
Yep.
melt.
Okay. All right.
And then it's Sortudo, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking Sortudo was going to be busy.
This.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to be helping you with the ninjas, but that got taken care of a lot faster than I expected.
Yeah, thank God I couldn't roll a d20 that time, eh?
Fast in, fast out.
I just keep yelling at stuff.
Okay. All right. Bottom of the turn order.
Buzz, buzz.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. And roll. I'll say for 2 honey, still roll me 2d20. And then roll 1d20 for the bait. Cause
oh, we got a 19, boys!
Oh, good.
Okay.
We got a good roll. Oh.
Okay.
Honestly, we have a decent entry at this point already. I think we already have a winning entry as it is. And
Do you really think so?
It's perfectly fine.
Let's see.
You could put out more bait at this point. Remember, we're timed. You've only used one of your bait.
You have 2 bait. You have 2 bait.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. I would have put out both bait a long time ago. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Sure, sure. Roll me another d20 then.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. This is where you start getting some weird Pokemon.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. This one is more obvious among the flowers because unlike Floette and Comfy, this one has a bit of a pungent smell as well. Not like a bad one, just like a strong one. But it seems to be coming from a large leaf instead. And as it comes close to you, it does seem interested in the food, unlike the other two.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of comes up to you and takes a look up at you, and if you don't try to stop it, it's going to start nibbling at the bait after its next thing.
I'm just going to wait for it and vibe with all the Pokemon that just keep gathering around me.
That is a very uncommon Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a bug, so it won't win the contest. But I'm just liking all these Pokemon that are gathering around.
Yeah. So basically, how it works is the honey is higher priority for the bugs. So any bugs that would have been attracted by the bait are just going for the honey tree instead.
And getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not having an easy time of it. On the other hand, roll me a d6.
A d6. Okay. It's either really bad or really good, or irrelevant because they're all just one of 6 options.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, you rolled a.
What happened to the TV? Let me go fix the TV. All right.
Sure.
You rolled a. Oh dear.
I might be regretting this, but.
Oh God.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do that one. Okay. You have some warning before you see this. It comes from the east forest instead. But because it's so close, you don't have a ton of warning before it drops out of the sky and lands like almost next to you with a thump. It does not seem afraid of you at all, and it is just it's just walking up towards the honey now.
What? Oh, it is a Heracross.
Oh shit, son.
They're actually quite big, aren't they?
They're fairly large. Let's see.
I mean, that's got to be a winning entry, right?
It's 1.5 meters, same size as that Scyther.
Yeah. And I think quite a bit heavier.
Yeah.
Being all chitinous.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kind of lands with like a bit of a thud beside you.
That is a big old boy.
Yeah. With the understanding that Pokemon sizes don't make any sense either, it's 54 kilograms. So it's probably lighter than that in reality, but yeah, it's big.
Sure.
Let's see. So that was the things, and then...
Oh, you know what? Scyther is heavier than Heracross.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
By 2 kilos.
Okay.
That makes no sense. This thing is clearly bigger, heavier built than it. Alright, top of the turn order.
So, I guess
net that bitch.
Lucas tries to net the Heracross and...
Okay.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah,
assume that's the point of the big weighted one, right?
That's the point of the big weighted one. So yes, you can do that without getting gored.
Yeah, basically. And I guess Morgana deals with this.
Yeah, deal with the closest.
So I deal with this with Morgana, and it just leaves because, yep. And then, okay, can we have another roll like the last one, please? And go. Yes.
Yes, exactly like the last one.
Okay. So you land your net on it. Let me just take a look at the net again. I'm pretty sure I know what this does. So it is netted. You can pull it if you want to. I don't know if you want to in this case, but it's slowed as long as it's netted and cannot use sky or levitate speeds. Which is okay because it was on the ground anyway. It may attack the net to attempt to break free, and then you have a bonus to capture rolls.
Oh, how are we gonna do that?
Yeah,
I didn't know whether I was just allowed to just walk up and be like boop or what.
Yeah, so I will say that this thing is stronger than the Ninjask. I think you have to lower it to at least half health.
Oh crap!
Or
okay.
Or actually, no, that doesn't seem. Let's see. This is the bad part of removing
I mean,
capture rolls.
One off capture roll, right?
Yep,
is the simple
fine.
solution.
Yeah. So
how does that work?
Throwing the Pokeball. We'll hand wave the previous one, but throwing a Pokeball is also a standard action.
Well, I can walk up and like touch the Ninjask with the Pokeball, right?
That's still like using a Pokeball is a standard action.
Oh, I meant for trying to hit it.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So let me see. Does it actually have? It doesn't.
I believe it does have an AC roll. Yes.
Of 6 or 8.
It's 6 by default. So nets don't say it has an AC penalty, but that doesn't make any sense. So I'll give it an AC penalty of like 4. So it's at like. I guess it would be at like -1, and you have an AC. So it's an AC 3. To use a Pokeball on it.
Sure.
And then you can make a capture roll at that point. I'll just have to set a difficulty for that, I guess. Yeah, we can deal with that next round. You don't have a standard here.
Yeah,
unless someone else
unless Miles wants to walk up and throw a ball at it, like
Miles can.
I don't know how likely we really are to be like. I don't know what the likelihood is of us capturing it, so we probably want to make multiple attempts.
Yeah, Miles can do that.
Can't you just walk here and throw?
Well, I can walk there and throw it. My throwing range is 6.
Sure.
If we're defaulting to standard rules, anyway.
Okay.
Morgana has done Morgana's thing.
Yeah, Morgana slaps this combi.
Okay, cool. So that combi needs to go away. So is it Mordred's turn?
Yes.
Mordred will move to there. And Hidden Power, whatever, those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
For fucking oof.
I will say that actually misses.
Ugh. Sure, fine. Can that actually get there?
Torpedo can deal with this one, because this one can't reach.
No,
right?
it can't. So we're technically still okay, but next turn's going to be risky. And then Miles is going to step to here, possibly here if he needs to get around the tree. But throwing range 6.
So AC 3 was it?
8
Well,
hits.
That hits. Let me go check with the actual. So make me a D100 roll.
Yeah.
For the capture roll.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, it ain't great. You want to roll low on capture rolls.
How would you roll?
58.
Okay.
Are we using D100s?
It's for capture rolls. We're doing a one-off. thing
Well,
here.
yeah. I mean, I'm just they updated the system to D20s for both.
Oh, fuck! It's in the errata, isn't it?
It is. Do you want me to do a d20 or should we just divide that by 5?
No, you can do the D20. Oh yeah, you can divide by 5. Whatever, that's fine.
I'll do it.
58.
Well, it's
There you go.
worse if anything. So.
No.
Wait, do you still want to roll low?
D20s you want to roll high.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better then.
Sure. So.
That's probably like an instant capture.
Yes. Let me
be
see.
honest.
Capture rate is 10. For every 10 levels it has, add 1 for capture rate. So I would say 12. In the event that you want to catch, not really.
And you also add for your level. I think we're gonna add like a +1 for your level because I think it's every 5 trainer levels you add +1.
Oh, what's your catch roll?
To your catch roll. So it would be.
So it's a 17.
You would have it at 17 essentially.
You know, I think with the net, because the net when converted it gives a +4, so I'm pretty sure you catch it.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a way you couldn't have caught it. With
Yeah,
that
yeah.
roll.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We did it. By the way, have you noticed how every single time we've rolled a d20 to try and catch something, either be it via net or Pokeball, it's been a 16?
16, yeah.
I've got the net back again.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And Miles is
We're gonna
Miles is
lose Honey soon.
gonna turn to the sweaty guy and be like, "Ha!"
You can see he was sneaking up behind you with a Pokeball in hand. And he turns away and he spits on the ground.
Back!
And
Miles should point to the combi and like, there's a capture guy right there's a capture right
Yeah,
there.
get one of them. Stop trying to steal ours. Dickhead. It's rude.
Somehow I can't imagine Miles actually saying.
No,
dickhead.
he wouldn't say dickhead. He would probably say stop trying to capture ours.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking, just as a brief aside, as to which one of these Pokemon I would actually want to catch between Comfey and Flebebe's line. And I had Flebebe's line on my wish list, but actually looking at Comfey, I'm thinking I might actually go with Comfey instead. Although I'm confused by it because I would expect it would have Gardener, and it doesn't have Gardener on the thing, but it has Sticky Hold, which Sticky Hold's an ability and not a capability. So I'm thinking it's supposed to be Gardener, and it just
so what is? So I think I. Yeah, so that actually has to do with what Comfey actually does. I would say that it doesn't make much sense for it to actually have Gardener despite the name, because of what the actual mechanic is. So Comfey actually just takes flowers and sticks it onto its vine, and the vine basically sustains them. It doesn't actually grow anything. If that makes sense.
Oh, well, that's a bummer, because that's one of the reasons why I wanted it, whereas Flabebe is, like, explicitly that. But then I actually like Comfey's moves more than...
I will say that there might be something relevant to do with what Comfey does in the near future. Just as an FYI.
Okay.
Ninjask has a weird move set.
Yeah, it's not a very wide one.
No, Heracross on the iron's pretty good.
Yeah, so Sortudo's turn.
Okay, yeah, Sortudo, I guess, will just,
Needs to hit this one.
the only one that's... Yeah. That's the that's the closest one, so I'll move to hit it.
You sure you don't want to hit Mordred too?
I could do that. I could get rid of both of them and get rid of Mordred as well.
It's definitely a good strategy.
It definitely, yeah, I was gonna say, I could see that paying dividends in the future.
Alright.
Why is Heracross a random Spadef tank? That's weird.
Because it has a shiny shell, it bounces stuff off.
Yeah, true.
Also, does anybody want the Chikorita besides Esme?
Esme definitely wants the Chikorita.
Esme wants the fucking Chikorita, let's be honest.
So I'll like, whatchamacallit? I'll run that by Amber later.
But yeah,
they had the opportunity
I'm collecting all of these super peaceful, vibey Pokemon. Over here in my corner.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Make me them rolls. Chikorita's gonna eat one of the baits, so go down to 1d20 for you, Meg. 2d20 for the others. Or for
15.
the honey.
In terms of relevant rolls.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Okay. Cool.
Because it feels like anything below 15 is more combi for the tree.
It's for bait. It's 15. I've just been using that because it seems to be okay. And there
Yeah.
are a lot of opportunities here because you're not letting them fucking eat it.
I mean, that's the intent.
Yeah. No, that's the intent. I understand.
In game, how much time do we have left?
Let's see. This is how many rounds? This is like 6 rounds. So, 5.
Each round's like 10 seconds. So we've been
No,
like fighting for a minute
like
or
each time you use a bait, it's like 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's
So we're maybe like 3/4 of the way through our time.
yeah, it's getting close to that. Like it's nearing the end there.
I think we've got a pretty damn good entry at this point, though.
Yeah.
I think the Heracross
I
is a
would
better
like to
entry than the Ninjas.
I would like to get multiple, like one more bug because
Well-
honestly, I'd like to just sweep the whole contest.
We can only enter one bug each, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And we only have 2 at the moment.
Well,
so we need
okay,
one-
so I have a gambit.
Are you gonna catch the Ledian?
No, I have a better gambit than that.
The letting feels sad.
You gonna catch the sweaty bug collector guy? Because does he count as well?
No, it's an even better gambit than that, I'm afraid. Though he is bugging
Okay.
me.
All of our remaining part balls to catch all of the remaining combi as one single entry.
Yes, I'll attach them all together like a wall and present it.
God. Let's see.
With duct tape.
David, roll me 1d6 again. Or rather,
Oh.
1d5, I guess.
1d5. 3.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Was it, in fact, not another Heracross?
No, I took that out of the running.
Ooh. Yeah, that is
I'm gonna
more
say-
normal.
I'm gonna say this one sneaks up behind you, and briefly lands on your head before it seems to keep going.
Bonk.
It blends right in with the flowers that are right next to it. As for the bait,
They are pretty.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw you a bone here, or give you more decision paralysis.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about
Ooh.
that.
No, okay.
I have a Cutiefly Rabombi. I have a Rabombi in one of my other games, and I'm honestly not super impressed with it.
Sure. The Chikorita seems sated. The Cutiefly also wants some food, though. If you don't swat it away.
No, I'm not swatting any of them away.
Sounds good. Let's see, and
Chance will actually start getting like proper, real Poke food out of his backpack.
you can
begin,
AA
like,
this one.
what's that?
Oh, nothing. The combi that.
I can AA this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will do then if I can. Like, I may as well.
Okay, yeah. So Chance will get proper like Poke food out of his backpack and start like pulling it out and getting it ready, and breaking off a piece and like holding it up to his forehead for the comfy.
Sure. Let's start them off a little bit closer.
Okay, this is going to be like last round, right? Because
Yeah,
there's no
we
fucking way we're
can-
stopping all this.
We can stop all but one, I think. That gets there. If it has to be adjacent, that doesn't. If we hit, we can stop all but one.
All right, so you can do these two.
I can do those
Disarming
two.
Voice does these two.
Yeah.
Morgana does this one.
Yeah, actually, we're clear this round if everything hits. And I'm
Well,
the
I
only one who
can't
can't miss. Oh, I'm the only one who
Yeah,
can
who
miss.
can miss.
So
Yeah.
Okay. Then get in position. Do your thing.
Okay, well, so Morgana will go here and swap this one because it's right next to the tree.
Okay.
Sortudo, are you
no
doing those two down there then?
Either way,
Okay,
whatever.
cool.
Sure.
And then Mordred does those two.
Rolls
We'll
not
try
a
is
one.
That hits, yep. And then I guess I try and net this Vivillon. This net's in a workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lol.
Okay.
You kill
And
it.
so it was sitting on you. So you kind of throw the net on top of yourself. It still works,
Oh,
but it's
alright.
you're part of the net now.
You've
I
become one
mean,
with the net.
yeah. In my turn, in my
You've
next
used
turn, I'm
the
like,
net so much so
Ooh.
you've achieved synthesis with the net.
yeah. Well, I mean, at least we've caught a third one at that point, right?
Pretty much. I think it only has like really a sky speed, so it can't really do much from here.
Yeah, I mean, I assume I just boop it, right? It's on top of my head.
Yeah, it still takes a standard. I'm gonna say it still takes a standard.
Yeah, I
But it's
can't do
not.
it
But
this
it's not. But it's not going anywhere. Like it has
Yeah.
an overland of 3 and it's slowed, so it has 1 movement.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Round again. Oh, I guess the combi need to move.
Just picturing like these poor kids and this. I mean, I'm obviously not the sweaty guy, but the poor kids are like trying to do this thing the right way, the quote unquote right way, and we're like factory farming this.
So I'll say the cutie fly eats the last remaining bait there. But roll me a 2d20 for the honey.
The kids have never stood a chance.
20s. No.
Okay. You get 6 more combi.
Shit.
Surprise!
Well, I mean, we're dealing with them at the rate that they're coming in. Oh no,
Oh,
they're coming in the other
that's-
side.
That's cheating.
That's rude.
Yeah, the other bugs can come in from all directions.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just funny.
Rev
Oh,
has
my-
said this encounter is over.
Yes, just a smidge.
Oh shoot! I gotta go change a neighbor.
Okay.
Okay.
And at the end of the round, he fucking steals it.
I don't want it, so that's fine.
Was he stealing the Ledian?
Gladian.
Lol.
What a noob! All right, we're gonna go change a neighbor. All right. Yeah. As far as my Pokemon that I have over there, I'm gonna just start feeding them real food.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's
I'll be
fine.
back in a bit.
Sure.
Lucas,
man.
Lucas, there's too many of them. I
I'll
think we're
assume
done.
Yeah, I think I'll just assume this happens.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The problem is me this one. I can't do AoE. If I had solar, I could do pass, but I don't have a pass move on Morgana. Wait, don't tell me wing attack is a pass move. No, it's
No,
not.
it's
Okay.
not that convenient.
I mean, I guess I poke this one.
Okay.
And Lucas will boop this, I guess. So we have
Okay.
3 entries.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe that you catch it.
And there is no way we stop this.
I don't want to enter with that though.
Okay. Well, you can catch something else.
Nah, I'm already set up. It's fine.
What the fuck? Interesting. Are you gonna like shoot as many of them as you can? So
Yeah.
there's these?
Yeah, I'll go over there, pew 'em, for the sake of argument.
Yep.
No.
Okay. So
They
basically,
eat the honey.
More,
Yeah,
more just getting tired.
the tree is more bee than tree at this point.
It's more bee than
Um,
man.
So, just for my own curiosity,
Yeah?
can I ask what the other 3 slots were? Or 4?
No,
4
because you
slots.
might actually have a second go at this.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Potentially. Because although this was a lot more fruitful for you guys than I expected, maybe because I was too generous on the rolls, but you were also rolling pretty good, so.
I mean, yeah, we rolled what 16, 16, 16 for catches, and we rolled.
Yeah, I was
rolled, like,
I was
20s and
expecting
stuff.
more combi to get through, to be honest.
It's all the AOE. It's
Yeah.
the.
Well, I mean,
can't miss
I also
disarming
yeah,
voice,
I
right?
also planned for that, but
Well,
yeah,
you gave
no,
us a
yeah.
90-degree angle of attack. It wasn't
yeah,
like
that's
we were gonna cover that quite well, I think.
fair. Yeah. You know what? I guess it's possible you don't get a second go at this, but
Keep it secret
can
till
you-
you
can-
know.
Yeah. If you're not
sure.
sure, I'm just interested in what like was Heracross like a big ticket one, quote unquote.
one of them.
Yeah.
It's so there's a slot for 2 honey and above, and if you roll 15 and above.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so that concludes because you are now out of bait, unless you want to go chasing around for some combi in the fields. That is what you get.
Cool.
Sure.
And so you see when you start going back to the park ranger with your sport balls in hand, and I don't know who Chance is catching, but I'll catch one of them.
I assume he's catching a Floette. I think. I'm not sure. Although he was talking about Comfy, right? And
Yeah,
I'm assuming Esme catches this.
Yeah, so you actually only get to enter 2 of the 3 at the top. Ninjask, Heracross, Vivillon.
Oh, really?
Because between you two.
Oh, yeah, because Chance didn't actually catch any of them.
Well, he's presumably catching what, because you're only allowed to keep what you enter.
Oh, I wanted to present. I
Oh.
wanted to not present any of them. Oh no.
What do you want to present, Tom?
I have. You're asking me to do my reveal before the reveal, David.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
then don't choose none of them.
I choose none of them.
Okay. I guess if I'm picking one, it's the Heracross, right? Like
I think so. Yeah.
that seems like the least common and almost impressive.
Okay.
So I'll enter the Heracross.
So what is chance entering, even though it's going to be likely disqualified since you're probably picking one of the fairies?
Oh, I was actually gonna enter one of the bugs that we caught, and
You can only keep whatever you enter.
Oh.
This
Yeah,
is
you get
this
one
is like
entry.
a.
Catch and release
I'll
program.
say this is like a protected area kind of thing. So that they have like limitations on that.
Oh, I was literally gonna catch all of them. If they have any of them that would, but okay, that's fair. So shoot, I guess I didn't realize that was a restriction. So I guess I'll enter the Comfey.
Okay.
Okay, you went for that one. And I assume Esme enters the Chikorita.
Sure. I'll talk to them about that after.
Maybe Vivillon.
Yeah, we'll see. And then, did you say you don't want to enter any of them?
I do want to enter a Pokemon, but I don't want to enter any of the things, any of the ones we caught.
Oh my god. Okay, sure. I
I'm
see.
gonna enter a new unknown.
Do you walk up with a sport ball or not?
No, I guess not.
Okay.
I mean, we can ask the ranger. We can ask the ranger which one would likely win between Ninjask and Heracross, rather than just guessing.
I doubt
Well,
he's really going to answer that. That's
Yeah.
a bit cheating.
He
He's a
he
judge.
did say at the beginning the size was a factor.
Yeah,
In addition
it's
to
an
rarity.
uninjured Heracross, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna enter the Heracross. I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
It also helps that the Heracross was like a 19 on the roll, so
Yeah. So let's take you back to here. Back to the square. Everyone funnels back, including a little forlorn-looking sweaty guy. But the kid looks very happy with himself, and the girl looks she's a little unreadable. She's kind of looking at her sport ball as if unsure of what to make of it. But yeah.
so Arceus.
Kind of Arceus. It was
Not
fucking
With a
chilling
bug,
by
with
the.
a bug plate.
Yeah.
Okay. But you all make it back here, and the ranger stands in his position again, and he says, "Thank you all for participating. I watched some of you do your thing, and it looked very impressive." And he eyes your group briefly and says, "It does look like the Combi are a lot more active than usual, but I think you also got some things to be proud of. So, without further ado, you may present to me your Pokemon for judging."
I mean, Lucas will present the Heracross.
Okay.
And I'll put the Comfey forward.
Tor is currently hidden behind Miles's back.
Oh my god, it looks like
Uses hidden power bug on the ground, and then
Oh
I use
my-
embodiment of power to make it bug type.
god.
And I present
Okay.
my bug.
He squints at it.
It looks bug. We've established that they look like the type they turn into.
He says that doesn't look like any bug I'm familiar with, but he's not like condemning of it. He's just really confused.
It's
because
very rare bug.
He squints a little closer at it. Do you have a?
I mean, he
God.
can
Sweaty
dex
guy.
it if he wants. It'll come up as psychic bug because it's psychic bug.
I'm picturing that the sweaty guy is like, actually, that's actually an unknown.
Well, he's a bug maniac. He doesn't know anything about it. The fact that he doesn't know what this bug is is like a fucking
Gonna
midlife
bug
crisis
him?
for this guy. Yeah, it's gonna. God damn it. He's going to ask, did you catch this in the field?
Kind of.
Keeps a completely straight face.
All right, I'm going to ask you to make me a guile roll.
Sure. 8.
Oh my god, fuck. All right. He says, "Well, I've never seen anything like it, but I guess it's a bug." So, yeah, that's a legal entry.
The whatever it's called, the comfey isn't though, right?
What was that? No, I'm putting your entries there. And the bug maniac, and okay, so he turns to the others and it says, "All right, so you three show your entries." And the bug maniac shows his fainted Ledian. And doesn't look very, very hopeful about the situation. Let's see. The kid on the right, apparently at some point during the process, he
was really happy about what he caught, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was like holding it up.
He had apparently also caught a ninjask.
Ah.
So you're not entirely sure how that happened, but it's possible that it just flew into his net. Like he was like waving it around and like it got in the way. And yeah.
Oh. Is the last one going to be a Shedinja? Although that's not a bug, is it?
It is a bug technically, but
I am like legit wondering if like a ninjask is powerful enough, because they seem like they're, for their size, that they'd be pretty powerful. That a ninjask couldn't just like lift the kid off the ground.
if anything, I think it would like rip through the net at the speed it's going with, and the fact that it has like I think sharp claws ish.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty sharp.
Yeah, because it learns like things like slash and scissor and stuff like that. So I think they're pretty sharp. We'll say that these are they're industrial grade nets.
Sure.
The only limit.
I mean, it held a hair across.
Yeah. Very briefly, but it did.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, I'm not sure I want to keep this, but.
Oh wow. It's Heracross Mark 1.
Yeah, so she says, I found it on the tree. It was kind of just hanging on there. And it was sleeping.
It was sleeping and you picked it up?
Yeah, and the ranger just says, well, that's certainly a valid entry.
Bit rude.
Luck is part of this, after all. And he takes a step back and surveys all of the entries. He says, unfortunately, and he looks at Chance, since your entry is not a bug, I do have to disqualify you. But it does look very happy, so kudos to you for that.
He's wearing it again. Or it's actually
For sure.
back on him.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love it.
And he's going to say to Miles and the boy, while your entries are very impressive, especially yours, he looks at Miles again. I'm not exactly sure why that is. So it does get points for rarity. That being said, he coughs into his hand. Size is a fairly substantial part of the scoring process. So I will say that the final contest is between this Heracross and this Pinsir.
Ooh.
And now, can you tell? Can the two of you ask your Pokemon to stand up to their full height, please?
Can I use? Do I have to use like command or charm or something here?
Sure, I would say roll a command.
Yeah, because I do have decent-ish command, so I was going to say. Sure.
I'm gonna roll for the girl first, so we can keep it
Suspenseful, sure. Oof. Nah.
Oof. Unlucky.
Well, I rolled poorly, but that doesn't mean it won't pay attention.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna be. The height of the Pokemon is not gonna change.
No, but it's still an unlucky roll though.
Yeah.
It's not great on 4 dice. Although it's not that weird.
Let's see. These
Perfectly
Pokemon are
adequate.
all fucking the same size.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah,
So,
they literally are all the same size, aren't they? Wow.
yeah, they literally are all the same size. All of them. So,
Well, Pinsir and Heracross are the same height.
Literally to the
and Scyther.
10 centimeters, yes, to the inch.
Wow.
If it goes by weight, Pinsir is 1 kilo heavier on average.
Let me see.
But I imagine there is some variation in the weight of each.
Yes, there is some variation in the height and the weight. I guess I have to leave it up to chance there. Let me not literally you chance. I knew I've said that I've made that something of that type twice now. I was just waiting for you to interject on the first one, but I guess it never happened.
I think may have been AFK because I don't remember
Right,
that at
right.
all.
Sure. Let's see. Okay, well, on the game's sizes depend on EVs, so.
Oh god.
62. All right, roll me a 1d2 for which one's your set.
Oh my god.
I'm just fucking around at this point.
Who?
Nice.
The second
Okay,
one.
okay.
We win!
Despite the girl being a little, she was a little unsure, so that came through. Even though apparently it was more her day for duty commanding. She didn't quite feel it, and your Heracross is a little bit taller when he's measuring. So he takes a step back, and he says, "Well, it looks like the measuring tape doesn't lie. You there, young man. You can come up here for your prize."
Hey.
Thanks. And he'll just sort of wander up.
Sure.
Thank you.
Let me see what I actually give you. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Is it a dusk stone for an Umbreon? I don't even know anymore.
3 and 6.
3 and a 6. Cool.
You get a Thunderstone and a Sunstone.
Interesting. Okay.
Not
I'll
your
put
dark.
those-
Yeah, not your Dusk Stone.
It is a
That's
Dusk Stone for the Umbreon, and that would reduce the requirement to 20.
That is correct.
Where does that go in the inventory?
Key items, I believe.
Poke items?
Or Pokemon
So-
items, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Thunderstone and Sunstone, was it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And you also get 4 berries. I think you roll for berries too. Are you serious?
Thunderstone is Pikachu, Eevee, and Electric. Sunstone is Gloom to Bellossom, Sunkern, Cottony, Petalil, and Helioptile.
If I recall correctly, there's like 86 berries to choose from. It's better to not really use
Yeah,
the
I'll just pick some for you later.
I was gonna say if you want to roll, you can roll on Bulbapedia. That's what I did for berries when I was rolling pickup earlier.
Okay, fair enough.
Interesting. I think the main person who might want either of these is maybe Chance would want the Sunstone for something. I don't know though.
Oh, why did I put it here? I don't know why I put it here, but yeah, there you go. There's 64 or 67 berries, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, okay. You get a Pasco. Which is water resist.
A Pasco berry.
Oh my god, you get a Lum.
You get a Lum.
I want to veto that. Holy shit.
Why?
The Lumberries are broken in PCU. That's why.
Are
Ganlon.
If you can grow them. If I say you can't grow it, then you can have a Lumberry.
they? Sure, whatever.
And Rost is the last one.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. So I've got Lum, Pasho,
Ganlon.
Ganlon.
Ganlon. What the hell? does that
Raises
do?
defense combat stage, I believe.
And
Yeah.
Rost.
When your HP falls under a quarter, you raise a defense combat stage.
Mhm.
Sure. Lum seems pretty good though.
Pass-up
kidding.
berry is not bad. Like if you have a Pokemon that's weak to water, that sounds pretty great.
Yeah, it's okay. So the rest of you are disqualified. So
I'm
actually,
not.
no. Miles is not disqualified. Fuck.
Somehow.
Second place is probably the pincer though
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
for the size.
Yeah, for sure.
So you, the rest of you get honey.
Yeah.
You get three. You get 3 honey each. Actually, seeing what just happened, I think you get 1 honey each. Fuck.
I was going to say, to be fair, we could have another go at that, but just actually not be trying to do the competition. Just walk in
Yeah.
there and be like,
I'll-
right, let's
I'll
catch
say-
all these fuckers.
I'll say you get 1 honey each after seeing what you can do
can
with 3 honey is. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask for a bait instead? Or is he cool with that?
He says, "Sure, you can have a bait, I guess."
Okay.
Seems like a waste to pass up on our signature honey, but if you want,
I'm not a huge fan of bugs.
he eyes your confidence and says, "Huh, I guess not."
Well, thanks for, inviting us, I guess.
No worries. And he said, and like I said, if you want, you can go check out the botanical gardens to the north. They're a relatively new addition. They were built on the. Actually, make me a general ed check.
Sure. Average.
Worse.
Okay. So you probably don't know about this, but there was a factory there that closed down a couple years ago, and the owner of that actually donated the grounds to for public use, and so the former Fuego Ironworks have now been converted into a shade house, which is a building full of flower species that thrive in the shade. Next to it are some gardens that you can, and also a greenhouse that you can explore. So that might there might be something there that's interesting for you.
Thank you. Can I catch this Heracross? It's not a bad shout.
Yeah. That's what the 1 per person limit is supposed to be for.
Sure, I guess I'll catch him like a real Pokeball at that point.
Yeah, basically.
I
and
will
chuck it.
quote unquote catch tall.
So how do you do that?
I don't. He just comes back over to me. We're already friends.
He's going to eye you a little suspiciously at that, but chooses not to comment. Because meanwhile, the others are, using Pokeballs on their Pokemon.
Well, he's a ranger. He should know. He's probably got one of those capture device thingies.
Yeah, but you don't look like a ranger.
All I'm saying is that there are other ways to keep Pokemon happy and in your company than putting them in prison.
Yeah, sure.
All I'm
Okay.
saying is you literally could just use Tor's Pokeball to pretend like you're capturing it. Like there's no distinctive difference.
Isn't there? I feel like there is.
There is because of the rocking thing.
But yeah, there's some Pokeball that don't they catch immediately. So
Yeah, I'm using a Master Ball on tour.
Do I?
I'm not talking about like it just doesn't resist.
Do I take Guts or Swarm?
No.
Completely up to you.
I can't even remember what. I'm just gonna put them in here and see what they do.
Swarm.
That's 2 combat stages and attack whenever it has a status condition.
I'd say Guts. Two
Yeah, we'll
combat
take
stages.
Guts.
2 combat stages when you're in a bad spot is probably worth more than plus 5 damage on an attack ace.
Sure. And it's level 18. Cool. Well, that
Yeah.
went well.
For... Let's see. Does it need it? No, I think the higher stats cancels out with the fact that it has no fucking stab moves until 28, so that's probably fine.
Yeah, it really has bad.
Yeah.
move
So that's
rules.
probably fine. I won't ask you to apply a template to it or anything. I just also won't give it any extra moves probably.
That's fine.
It's also actually pretty. Holy shit! It has the same endure counter thing, and
Yes, it does. That my.
Oh
Riolu
my
does.
god!
Oh,
what did I
no.
just give you?
How
Okay,
did
well,
you know know this ahead of time with a freaking Heracross.
No. I mean, I knew Heracross had a good move pool. I didn't look at it very closely.
Does my
like we say, it learns Brick Break at 28.
That's actually that's pretty normal.
No, I know, but like it hasn't got a single stab.
Oh yeah. I was mostly looking at the attacking moves, and like what it has is pretty reasonable. Like Horn Attack is pretty strong for that early, but it's already not that early. Other than that, it just has a bunch of like DB7, DB6 moves, so it's not really that strong.
Yeah, I mean, it has Aerial Ace, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I have plenty of flying on my team already, so.
Yeah.
What does Chip Away actually do?
It ignores any defense up stages.
Does Kobe have anything unusual?
For the moment, no. There is an opportunity. I won't say more than that right now, but
okay.
If you can explore the town a little bit more, I think, before we... Yeah. We're getting close to the end, but... Actually, you know what? It might be better just to leave the rest for next time. Just so you can do the town exploration and then doing whatever else.
Yeah, that way I won't miss any more.
Yeah. There is an opportunity here for Comfy.
Okay.
Right now it has nothing else. Okay. Thanks for playing. Hopefully you enjoyed the swarm of bees.
Yes.
Assaulting your tree. And you can actually think of that as a potential side quest for when you pass through wherever the hive is, which you may figure out at some point.
So, question.
How do you mean, sorry?
Because basically the rangers said that they're a lot more active than usual for whatever reason.
Yes, sure.
What's your question, Meg?
So the sticky hold thing that I have in my capability list.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's an ability, it's not a capability, so sticky hold doesn't actually mean anything. Do I get the ability sticky hold? Or do I get some other capability, or what?
So it actually does have it as a capability here.
There are a few other things that have sticky hold capability.
Yeah, it does the same thing as what you think the ability would do. I don't know if sticky hold is actually an ability in this game.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, like if you go under your abilities, if you like type.
Nope, it doesn't exist.
I can take a screenshot. I'm looking at it.
So are you So this is probably a change that got made with the compiled documents.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky hold is no longer an ability. It is just a capability that does the same thing as the old ability.
Okay.
So you basically get the ability.
I'm gonna add it to my ability list.
Yeah, you basically get the ability.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a particularly good ability, but I could theoretically.
I think that's why Data converted it into a capability.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh right, yeah, I'm using Data's Dex. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right, then hopefully you enjoyed, and then we can see each other next session.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's good.
Cheerio.
I'm glad the gambit paid off.
Holy fuck.
You could have just given him a ninjask.
I didn't see. I was wondering what you were gonna do. I didn't consider you had a fucking stag beetle looking one.
Yeah. I did very specifically ask if the goal was to hand in a bug type.
Yes.
Tom the troll.
Yep.
Oh my god. Torol. Anyway, I will see you guys next week.
See ya.
All right.
Cheers.
Later.